This is Stefan, All News Pipeline. The story a couple days ago over at Russia Today told us that two Russian pranksters had recently prank called U.S. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, posing as the Prime Minister of the Ukraine. Well, Vovan and Lexus have gone way further than that. The news story at Sputnik News tells us that famous Russian phone pranksters have also pulled a phone hoax on hawkish U.S. Senator John McCain. Senator McCain isn't the only politician that these two have recently hoaxed. Also hoaxing Lindsey Graham and Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. However, we cannot tell the details yet. Well, we got a surprise for you. We now have video of Senator John McCain himself being pranked by two Russian pranksters pretending to be the Prime Minister of Ukraine. And I tell you, what he says on these phone calls should be investigated.
Hello, Mr. Prime Minister. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hello, dear Senator. How are you?
Well, I've been reading about the new attacks in the eastern part of your country by Vladimir Putin, and it's not surprising.
So that's really a sad situation, and you know it's really a hard situation, and that's why I would like to tell you thank you that you support us in so hard time. So it's really helpful for us.
Well, I'm putting on a statement today and a letter to the President saying that it's important for us to provide lethal defensive weapons to your country and do it immediately. It is authorized in the legislation we passed last year.
You know, I would like to talk to you about sanctions, especially sanctions against Russia. We have also heard that you may be aware of the fact that our country has a very large package of sanctions against the government officials of Russia. We also know that there are similar laws in your country as well. We are disappointed to hear recent news in the media that the United States want to lift the sanctions. How probable is this scenario in 2017?
Well, the Washington Post has an excellent editorial this morning that there is a absolute requirement to respond to the renewed activities. The title of the editorial is "Rockets Fall on Ukraine."
That's absolutely true, and our town Avdiivka had big damage from Russian army.
Well, I'm sending a letter to the President to urge him to announce the provision of lethal defensive weapons to your country, and none of us, and I'm sure you, Mr. Prime Minister, are not surprised that Vladimir Putin should decide to test the new president.
Absolutely, I agree totally, and I hope that President Trump will press on Putin because of these events. What happened?
And I will do everything I can to be of assistance.
I heard you want to make new sanctions, and we plan to make new sanctions against Russia because of hacking attacks. We want to make the same law in our parliament.
I have to be very frank with my friend, the Prime Minister, and that is that I do not know what the President is going to do. At least in the beginning, he's not been specific, but apparently for now, he is not for removing sanctions. As you know, we in the Senate and Congress have stated if that he relaxes those sanctions, we will act legislatively. That won't be easy, but we will certainly make that effort.
Of course.
It is a fact that Vladimir Putin tried to affect the outcome of our election. I will keep you informed as I hear of the decisions that are made by the White House. As you know, there's a great deal of confusion now, but we will continue to advocate, including our Senate leader, Senator McConnell, for maintaining sanctions and increasing sanctions. But I have to tell you, my friend, I cannot predict what this president will do. That's why we must keep the pressure on.
Do you think that Trump is a friend of Putin? Do you really think so?
I'm encouraged by the fact that after his conversation with Putin, there was no comment about sanctions. But again, my dear friend, I cannot predict. I think the important people right now is Tillerson.
So there you have it. The next time you think about Senator John McCain or Lindsey Graham or Mitch McConnell and their intelligence, you should ask them how they just got pranked by two Russian pranksters.